Hi, this is Kerry Artab with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily NVIDIA report for Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. Let's take a look at the charts. I am going to start with this one just to articulate the buy signal that unfolded, in early May. When we settled above this descending channel top at the top of a move, descending flag, a setup for a buy signal once the market closes above it, as it did. And that set up what was a newly formed rising channel top based on, in part, on the April low. That is still we've got a new price realities here, 122.42. Now, we did close above this formation, as you may recall. That would have been last Wednesday. And we did so even by the required 1% margin. This is a daily chart. So in terms of, what I'm going to call technical clarity, reliability, I'm going to take you to the weekly chart. The same formation is 122.85 all week. Now, you might add that to your support and resistance levels, but I'm just showing it for reference that if we can close the week Friday above 122.85, the weekly charts have a greater degree of what I would consider to be closure or finality on longer-term buy signals. And this really wouldn't be a long-term buy signal. In my opinion, a long-term is more like 2 to 3 months and beyond. A midterm is kind of like 3 to 5 weeks or so. And I do think that if we close Friday above 122.85, that sets up for really another vertical move to the upside that is every bit, if not more substantial than the one that played out, from the middle of April until last week. And so this could be a 3 to 5 week play up to 156.57, a full channel extension that duplicates the distance that we're presently in below 122.85. And that is the big picture. We're in no man's land in terms of previous price points. And so we are relegated to the sort of full channel extension as a targeting mechanism. As this market gets increasingly vertical, it is a little more difficult to peg long-term resistance areas. But I'll take you back to the daily chart. We pushed through the 122.42 formation on Monday. We did not close below it. This is a significant pivot point as we move really through the month of July. From here through July, we can fall back to channel support, possibly over the next 3 to 5 weeks. Do I have that charted anywhere? I do. 91.96 is in reach over the next, we'll just say the next month or two, holding below 122.42. That is down here. So, if you, let's say you've taken profits, if you've got no trade whatsoever, you're not in the market, let's say, and you could consider playing the short side here. This is a significant resistance area. So we can top out here at 122.42 really through the month of July. And from here we could fall to 91.96 and climbing daily over the next month or two. That becomes clarified with a settlement below, by the way, 110.53, which I think is in reach possibly this week, so long as we're unable to settle above the 122.42 channel top. Now, by the way, the high settlement price last week and the all-time high settlement price still is 122.44. So it really is a 2-tick range today. If we happen to push through or open above 122.44, 125.58 is likely. That is the high that was put out last Thursday. I don't know about a daily high here. I do think if we push through, especially if we open above 122.44, 125.58 is a mere hesitation point. There is the possibility today that if we happen to push through, especially open above 122.44, that 130.62 would be in reach by the closing bell. And then we close today clearly above 122.44. We are bullish through the rest of the week. That 134.74 formation in reach by Friday's close. That is what's possible here this week still if we happen to close today above 122.44. Now, certainly closing above 122.44 would begin skewing toward the mid 150s as a 3 to 5 week target. But as I said earlier, I'm more comfortable just sort of waiting for the Friday buy signal above the 122.85 formation. Now, there's another way to play it, that if we close today above 122.44, you could scale into a long position. Certainly the 3 to 5 day swing trader can go long above 122.44, anticipating 134.74, this steeply rising channel top, able to contain weekly buying pressures on the way up to 155.38. And certainly a settlement over the next week or two above 134.74 would likely yield 155.38 within 1 to 2 weeks, because I would expect an acceleration of price to the upside following a settlement above the 134.74 formation. But we've done none of that yet. And that there is still a position to be made right now with the lack of closing convincingly above the 122.42 formation in its present state. The path of least resistance is still down. Now, I say that very cautiously because, we did close above Friday's high. We put out an outside day. If you zoomed in this chart, which we haven't, we did put out a pullback low following the high from last week, and we closed above, Friday's high. So there is a reason to skew to the upside as well. But I'm not confident in a bullish continuation into later week once again, unless we close today above 122.44. And if we do, once again, I do think you should make way for 130.62 within a day or two, 134.74 within 3 to 5 days. That is a 3 to 5 day swing trade to the upside. But if we close today above 122.44 and you're a 3 to 5 week swing trader, I think there's at least reason for you to exit any short position you may be in, and you could sort of step into a long position, perhaps scale into a long position, maybe a third or half in, and then you're all in following the more clarifying weekly settlement above 122.85. Let's take a look at the downside, because holding below 122.42 will keep a near-term channel support in reach, as I say, over the next 3 to 5 days at 110.53 to 111.97. For the day itself, we have the 117.59, actually more like a 2-week channel bottom. So this is a pretty decent day trade for day traders, of course, holding below 122.42, 117.59 in reach. If you sell 122.42, you can take profits at 117.59. You can also go long at 117.59 in anticipation of 122.42. If we happen to close below 117.59, this 110.53 to 111.97 region is likely tomorrow, where we could bottom out for the week and from here round back up to that 122.42 formation within a full week of doing so. But this is a long-term area. I know it got sloppy last week, but we've yet to convincingly close above it. We've yet to pull away from it. And until we do, I think this market is susceptible to falling back to 91, 96. Susceptible enough where you could actually consider perhaps reaching for 92 or 95 or 100 strike out of the money puts that don't expire for at least a couple of months. I see this as a realistic 3 to 5 week play to the downside, and I think you could say within 2 or 3 weeks of closing below 110.53. So yes, it would be a settlement below 110.53. That would be the more reliable sell signal down to 91.96. So there's that. If you're reluctant to sell this area, and I don't have any qualms with being reluctant to sell this market in the low 120s, given the fact that it's already sort of pushed through it. But nonetheless, if you're an aggressive swing trader, position trader, and you're 3 to 5 weeks out, I will say it one more time, the lower 90s wouldn't surprise me by the end of July. And in fact, I would expect as much, clearly with a settlement below 110.53. But the last thing I'm going to say, The trend is your friend, and there's no doubt that we are in a bull market for NVIDIA. And if we close today above the 122.42 to 122.44 region, and where is that 122.44 level when I want to see it? There we are. Then I'm expecting the mid 150s and climbing by the end of July. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. We offer daily triple Q and SPY analysis, just like the NVIDIA report, and we put out 2 stock picks a week that cater to the 3 to 5 week out to the 3 to 5 month position trader, always looking for 20% moves on those underlying stocks. I'll be back tomorrow with Wednesday's NVIDIA report, and you have a great day.